as far as I know, that you made a video, a movie in 2018 about Ivan.
Mhm.
And I'm just asking that, what was your motivation to do this movie? Please tell
Yeah,
me more about.
I will. That I was initially inspired by Dr. Monica McGoldrick, and who's a friend of yours, Maude.
Yeah.
And she was developing some videos on some of the early theorists in family therapy. She didn't want their stories and their legacies to be lost, and she was hoping someone would do it on Ivan Bosameni-Nagy. And I decided to try that and see what could come of that. And I thought this shouldn't be too hard to put some things together. Little did I know the journey it was going to take me on. And I began to dive more deeply into what has been written about him and his own writings, and looked again at the videos that some of the videos that he had done. And then it also led me to the point where I met Dr. Catherine Bosameni-Nagy, who I had not known before. And she invited me to her home, and she very graciously shared some photos from Nagy's early life, and some more stories, and collaborated some things that I was working with. She was a tremendous resource on this journey. And it just kept evolving. And I decided that what I wanted to do was both tell something of his life journey and how contextual evolved for him, but I also wanted to do it in a way that shared the tenets of contextual, that someone could learn more about the theory and how to work with it in beginning kinds of ways. And that evolved into the video, The Bridge Between, and it can be found, it's free on my website, www.thebridgebetween.org. And I had the honor of being able to present it at the second International Contextual Therapy Conference in the Netherlands a couple years ago. And I hope it's a resource to people. It was really fascinating for me to be able to do an in-depth look at how does someone of this brilliance bring up and grow this kind of a theory. And just to look at more of the pieces of how that emerged was just a fascinating experience. And I hope that comes through in the video.
Uh, the other question is, why is it important for you to attend the conference?
Mhm.
And the other question is, how would you motivate people to come to the conference?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I think for me, it's a great place to connect with other contextual therapists and to get outside of my own frame and understand how other people are applying it and living it and enlarging it. And it's just so much fun to get to know people that I've read in the literature or I've seen on Zoom or on tape, and just to meet face to face and sit around and chat about what we love and kind of grow one another together. And I think it's just a great space to share ideas and see what's percolating. The other piece is, I think it's the way we pass the legacy on to other generations. I have a supervisee, someone who came through our program as a student and now is being supervised by me to licensure, and she has just grown so deeply in this work and does it beautifully with clients. And I invited her to consider coming and presenting, and she's coming along. So there's a lot of joy in being able to inspire and lead others into their work, and share it as a resource for other people as well. So I hope many people will come and we'll have a wonderful time together. I'm very excited.
Thank you.
We do hope so.
Yeah.
Have you been to Budapest or in Hungary?
I have not. The closest I've been was in Vienna, Austria, a few years ago.
Mhm.
And I was longing to get to Budapest, but our time for our trip just didn't quite allow for that. So I'm delighted to be coming. All of my friends who hear that I'm going are saying it is such a beautiful and wonderful city. And I've just heard so many fun things about it. So I'm delighted that I get the chance to do this.
We really hope so that you can come and we can meet personally.
Yes, indeed. It will be lovely.